so welcome back to Lex Reads. So in today's video we are going to be doing a reading vlog. I haven't done a reading vlog in a while. I've been doing a lot of those, read a book in one day. With a reading vlog I can kind of take my time, but the book that I am going to be reading is a new release. It came out last month in February, and it is The American Daughters by Maurice Ruffin. You guys remember I told you about this when I did my video of how I research and find and discover new authors, and I wanted to read this, and he was on the list, so I got it. First of all, look at this cover, so pretty. I was watching an interview with the author, and he said once you finish the book, look back at this cover because you're going to understand it even more. So I am excited to see what he means. But this is set in New Orleans, the French quarters, and during, and I think, did he say during and after the Civil War? Which also the interview, he said it have a lot of, you had some free people and some enslaved people. And I think for me, every time I think of the South, I just always think of during that time. It's like I always think of, oh, people were enslaved, but you had some people that were, free, or some people that escaped and was, but they were just fugitives or whatever. But yeah, he did say that. And I'm really excited to read this because, excuse me, a lot of the slave narratives and slavery themed books that I do read, it's set in like Virginia, Alabama, sometimes like North Carolina. So I haven't read, I don't think, anything that's set in Louisiana. And Louisiana always holds a special place in my heart because my family from both sides are from Louisiana. But with this, you have a young girl named Addie. Addie right now, she starts off as 10 years old, and she is with her mother. And they just got bought by a man that, what did he say? He was saying he was a very important man. The way he put it, he says, I'm an important man if I haven't made that clear. I sit in the wheelhouse of government alongside Governor Mouton. I have business connections whom visit from here to District of Columbia. When I am not present, you are to clean, purchase goods, take delivery, manage repair, attend all affairs of this estate short of my central business. It does not matter that you cannot read or write. My vendor knows my preferences and my man handles the business. And when you're present, what's that? What's my work when you're here? Everything I just mentioned on. Also cook, laundry, and mend my apparel and other personal duties. Now with that, he's talking to her mother. Like I said, he just purchased them. Also, when I read that too, I was surprised because you see he got her doing a lot of stuff and handling business. They just do the cooking and cleaning and the mending, but she handling some personal business. So I do know, and it says in the synopsis that they are going to be separated. And then Addie is going to join, it says Mockingbird Anne, and meets Lenore, a free black woman whom she becomes friends with. And so she invites, Lenore invites Addie to join a society of spies called the Daughters. And they're going to try to take down the Confederates. Also, the author did say that the ending is it's worthwhile. So it is a hard subject, but it looks like it's going to pay out at the end. So I am excited about that. Also, this book is not very long. It's only 281 pages. So that's very short for a enslaved themed novel, because they can be pretty long. But so far, I really do like his writing. I've gotten to page 20. And yeah. Today is Saturday, and I just came back from the gym. I went to Walmart because I needed to get another, frame. I'm going to change out this Ruby Bridges picture. Did I show you guys this? So you guys see this picture right there, up there. I think I'm going to change that. I printed out a picture that I saw on Instagram, and it's perfect. Let me show you guys. So I printed this out. Isn't it pretty? Look how vibrant it is. But I'm like, oh my goodness, this literally reminds me of me and my grandmother at church, and she's getting gum. So I'm gonna put that where the Ruby Bridges picture is. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that, but I'm not gonna, you know, throw it away or anything. But I'm gonna store it away. But I bought a frame from Walmart. I got it for $6. I needed a gold one, so I think this will work. What I could do, I could kind of cut off a little bit of the edges, like right, at least, yeah, a little bit of that. This is how it looks. It's only $6. So I'm gonna put that in place of that, and then I had to get some ink for my printer because I want to print out another picture that I'm going to put in this frame that I got from Burlington. I've been on the Burlington kick, y'all. And this is like $6, but I had to get it because it's pink, light pink, and it has gold speckles, and that is clearly the theme of this room. So I'm like, yes, I have to get it. So I'm gonna put a picture of all of my aunts here and just put it where I have all my Harlem Renaissance books, but I'm gonna have to print that out. So I needed some ink, which I got the cheap ink. Look, I got the On brand from Walmart. This was $33 for both of them, as opposed to like $70 for my HP, and it works exactly fine. My printer is gargantuan because they don't even make these printers anymore. It's huge. But I got this for college. My aunts bought it because I told them I needed it for college. Back when I was in school, my university, they used to charge for printing paper. It would be like 10 cents for black and white, and then it was 25 for color. And I thought that was so stupid. Like, y'all, I mean, girl, seriously? So I told my aunts I needed it, and I barely even use that printer, but it's crazy. I use it now. And also I need to print out some tax stuff because, girl, tax time coming up. I need to hurry up and do it because I want my refund now. So I got it in the frame. Isn't that pretty? I just had to like cut a couple of corners. I had to kind of cut a little bit of this face off, but you can't really tell. But this thing, oh my gosh, y'all. Please get this. This is, I got this from Walmart, and it's good. Like, you know, I can't cut to save my life. So I just get the right, you know, alignment and everything. I think this is only like $10. If I can find it, I'll put it down below. But yeah, this is a lifesaver. So I'm debating if I should get this. I have the first one and haven't read it, but I think this is only like 15 bucks. I'm at Walmart, so I think I'm gonna get this. Yeah. Well, as you can see, I'm in a different location. I'm actually at my sister's house because today we are going to see Cece Winans, and I'm so excited. I'm talking kind of low because she's in her office on a call, but I want to take you guys along, and it's just gonna be a chill day. I took off of work because I didn't want to go to work today. Okay. Also, I got a package from Good Molecule. It was a PR package. Of course, show you guys. Now, I have very sensitive skin, like psoriasis, so I can't use a lot of products, but I do think this is like, it's not tested on animals. It does cater to sensitive skin, so the products are natural and things like that. My sister was telling me about it, but they gifted me. It's so pretty. But I have the lightweight moisturizer. I have the decoloration coloring serum. I have a brightening toner, and I have an overnight exfoliating treatment. I'm really excited about this overnight exfoliating treatment and the daily moisturizer because I have very dry skin. It's combination skin, so it's like dry but oily. I always get oily in my T-zone, but I get dry in my cheeks. But yeah, I will tell you guys about these products. If you have used them, tell me if you like them or not. But thank you so much to Good Molecule for gifting me these products. So excited because I really do like skincare. I got to page 42 last night, but you know, it talks about free Negroes in the South. And I haven't come across a lot of books, you know, slavery themed books that talk about that. They kind of like mention it, but like it was one scene, the main character and her mom, they were walking, and you know, if you were a slave, sometimes you can go into town, but you have to have a pass. And her mom had the pass, and she was just, you know, walking around the French quarters. You could tell which people, black people, were like enslaved and if they were free. And her just talking about, you know, going through the town and just seeing and noticing like, oh, these people are free, oh, these are enslaved, you know. So it was really interesting. I really do like it so far. Like I said, I'm on page 42. This is the first time I've read this author, Maurice Ruffin, and this came out last month. I haven't heard a lot of people talk about it, and usually, you know, I like to what do you call it, while I'm reading a book and before I'm reading a book, I like to listen to some interviews and things like that. And I've only came across one interview talking about this book. I'm so excited to see Cece. Oh my goodness. Hopefully they'll have some merchandise there. The concert starts at 7 o'clock, but we're gonna go early because it's in Detroit. It's in the Fox Theater. So we're gonna go early, but yeah, if they have some merchandise, you already know I'm buying me a t-shirt. I am for sure buying a t-shirt. So
it's right here, my life is here, and I'll be a living sacrifice. Lord, we are ready for more, just like you did it before. Lord, we are ready for more, just like you did it before. Lord, we...
Okay, you guys, so I just got back home. It's currently 12:11. So, oh my goodness. First of all, I'm beat. But that concert was everything. It was so good. Cece sounded so clear, so amazing. That was $200 well spent. I bought 3 tickets and with insurance, and it was amazing. I'm going to download her, well, I know she's coming out with a new album next month. You can pre-order it, but the other album, Believe in Something, I'll put it up on the screen. I am going to download that whole album, buy it on iTunes, because that song Fire, I really love that one. It was another one, well, it was a couple. I just have to listen to that full album. And look, if it is on vinyl, girl, I'm gonna get it too. I gotta look that up. But I want to show you the merch I got. I just got one t-shirt. I was lightweight disappointed. I wish they had like a t-shirt with her face on it, but they didn't. They just had like you know, her tour is called the Goodness Tour, so they had, you know, that on there. They had I'm a Church Girl. They had her book. They had like a sweatshirt, but the sweatshirt, like, I wanted something that said like Cece Winans on there. And I'm like, well, I know since they didn't have a shirt with like her name on it, of course I wanted to get the like tour shirt with like all the tour dates. So I got this. Wait, here's how it looks in the front. And this was $30, and this is the back, and this is like the whole tour date. So, and they have this too where they're passing it out to people, so I'm probably gonna put it in on my little bulletin board over there. I like to keep stuff like this. So yeah, that's the new album. It's called More Than This, an all new worship album experience. Yeah, so you can pre-order it because it's coming out, like I said, next month. But yeah, if you guys ever want to see Cece Winans, I would highly recommend you see her, because she the way she sings, it sounds just like her records. Oh my goodness. At the end, her brother Marvin Winans came out because he has a church in Detroit, and it just was fantastic. So I was telling my sister, I'm like, when she comes back to Michigan, she got a show, we going automatically. And we took my aunt too, and she really did enjoy it. And it was so crazy. We saw like so many people out. We saw some church members out. We ran into, it was crazy. So we're gonna have a snowstorm tomorrow, they're saying. It's Friday, so thank God at least it's Friday. If that's the case, I'm not going into the office because I'm not driving in that. And they saying, at first it said 1 to 3 inches, now it's saying 2 to 4 inches, and it's starting at 6 a.m. If it's bad out, I'm not going to work. I'm not even doing that. I can work from home. Okay, so I am reading this morning, and the main character, Addie, right now, I think this baby is about 8 or 9 years old. And her, what do you call it? Look, oppressor. This man, again, 8 or 9 years old. He was often this way after a meal with visitors full of spirit. She knew what was coming. This new activity, as tonight was often unable to fulfill his requirements. That's her mom. Addie cleaned the dining table as quickly as she could, hoping that she could finish and scurry away, or that he would fall asleep, but he didn't. He called her to his bedroom. She stalked just then, dragging a rag across the tabletop, but knew that she had to go in. Last time she delayed, he had struck her across the chin with a thin statue that laid on his sideboard, knocking her into the floor. This baby is 8. Then her mom, because her mom is pregnant right now, and of course, from him. And okay, it says she slipped out of the bed, walked back across the entryway to the quarters, the remains of her dress pulled around her body. When she re-entered, she was shocked to see her mother awake, standing in the corner. Her mom rushed over to Addie, who collapsed in her arms, wrapped her arms around her mother, and although she tried not to by shaking her head, tears escaped, and Addie cried against her mom's shoulder. That's all right, her mom said. I got you. And then, yeah. I've read so many like slavery themed books, slave narratives, and it still is shocking when I come across these masters just touching these young girls like 9, 8. Why would you even want a baby like that? Why would you even want someone that young? They can't do anything. They can't defend themselves. Always a shock. And just to think that's another thing too when I'm reading slavery themed books and slave narratives, just to think that this stuff really happened. Let's look at Martha Stewart's stuff. I always like to see what she has because a lot of her things are like gold. Let's see. I have that wall organized. I really like that a lot. Alright, I don't think I need anything. Okay guys, so I wanted to end the video here because I finished this morning at like 9 o'clock. I read a lot last night. And what I would have to say about this book is, for it to be a slavery theme book, it's nothing like I never read before because these women are spies for the Confederate Army. And towards the end, that's when it really got good. I would say it is a slow pace book and you're kind of like, okay, what's gonna happen, because the synopsis, it gets you. But then I would say when you get to page maybe 150, 75, 80, then that's where it really does pick up, because this book is only like 280 some pages. But the way she got her revenge was perfect. So perfect. I really did like that. I also liked the women that were spies. Now, I would say I really wish he would have had a little bit more. I wish we would have had a little bit more time with the women. Lenore was the free black woman. She was the one that was in charge and owned the, what was that inn called? The Mockingbird Inn, which is essentially it's a hotel. And that's where the spies, which are the black women, the black slave, well, some of them are slaves, some of them are not, but that's where that's where their meeting ground, basically. So it's a cover up. But I wish we would have had a little bit more with them, meaning, we only met them in the later, parts of the book, and you just had a couple of chapters and it was done. One character I really did like was Alabama. She was really witty and like tell it like it is. And I did like Lenore. This book, like, I would give it a solid 3 stars. It is worth reading. And you remember I told you guys earlier, the author said if you look at once you finish the book, if you look at the cover, you will get what the cover means. And you really do get what the cover means. Like, yeah, you do. I love this cover. It's so pretty. But yeah, I would say this is worth reading, you guys, if you do like slavery themed books. And it's not that brutal. That's one thing. It's not that brutal, okay? I will tell you, I'll be upfront with you guys. It's not that brutal, because brutality that equals slavery. No, it was beyond bearable, and honestly was. And also too, the way he wrote New Orleans, he really did capture the French Quarter. You felt like you were in it. And even the way that he described when they did escape for the first time. And yeah, I just always think of Louisiana, water moccasins and snakes and things like that. I would have just had to stay at that plantation. And then one thing I noticed, he kept on referring to the plantation as, what would he keep on saying? I think slavery camps. And I thought about Cass, the book by it's about Wickerson. In the movie and in the book, she talks about how Nazi Germany, their blueprint of the Holocaust and all of that was American slavery. And when he kept on mentioning that, he kept on saying slave camps, and then he would put parentheses, plantations. I'm like, my goodness, that still gets me, where that blueprint of that was because of that blueprint came from American slavery. Yeah. But yeah, overall 3 stars. I would, give this a read. Like I said, it's not that brutal. And I do like the way he writes women characters. I really did enjoy, like I said, a couple of the characters. And yeah, that's basically it for this vlog. Usually I read a little bit more passages, but this vlog, as you can see, I was doing everything. Shopping, going to concerts, That's why yesterday I just buckled down and was like, no, I want to read. If I could finish it, last night. And I had about 20 pages to go, and I was like, yeah, I discovered I'm a type of person where I was trying to read like 2 books in one day. I can't read. You know how people read those videos like, oh, how many books I can read in 24 hours, and they're like, oh, I read 4 books. That will never be me. Okay, I can take 1 book, okay, but I was trying to be Bull of the Woods last night, and it didn't work out. So I know my limit, but my goal was to finish this, and I did. And yeah, so that's all I have for you guys, and I'll be back with more black books. Bye.